Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another late night here on the East Coast. How y'all doing? Hopefully pretty good. So, we're gonna be kicking off Halloween with, one of my favorite horror games of all time. Something called Clock Tower. We'll check audio levels in a little bit. It's always hard to say. Let's see. Seems like that's pretty loud for you guys. Am I wrong? Maybe we'll turn it down just a little bit here. Is that good? Let me know anyway. Because the audio in this game is incredible, but there's not much of it. So, it's important you just get that sort of cool atmospheric-y stuff. So it's made by Human, 1995, which I always like. I mean, Human's the company, but like it always to me seemed like a threat. I don't know, man. Something about just like human. I was like, oh, okay, chill. This game has so much going for it. Yeah, just started, Rudy. Just made it. So much going for it though, and I love it. It's a very simple story, and that's I've said 101 times. If you want to do horror, it's best to make it simple. It's very easy for the player to get into it, and the more complicated you make something, the more you can pull someone out of it, and you lose that sort of feeling of tension and dread. And if I'm as good as I remember being, I should beat this game in an hour. If I'm not, an hour and a half, 2 hours at the longest. There are little tricks and turns though, but we'll talk about that once we get through the story, the initial sort of crawl. And there's, I believe, 8 different endings to the game. Let's see, 3, 6, 8. Yeah. No, there's 10 because there are some hidden. There's a hidden one there as well, which I do know how to get. And I usually can get it, except, well, we'll talk about why sometimes I can't get the S ending every time in just a minute. Oh, and one of my favorite themes in a horror game. Raised in the Granite Orphanage, Jennifer and her friends. Right here. Oh my god, listen to that. Were wanted as adopted daughters. Does that not just send chills through you? It happened in September. Well, close enough. We'll hear more of that theme later. But it's very, like, Halloween-esque. It's classic sort of thriller music. Laura, hurry up! We want to be there before sunset. Miss Mary. Yes? From now on, what kind of place will we be living in? That's the 5th time you've asked. This is Jennifer on the left here. Don't worry, it's a very nice place. We're almost there, see? Just like the setup for this is terrifying. The idea that these girls have no idea where they're going. They've just been adopted. Starting, hopefully, a new, better life. But adoption in itself is quite scary. There's quite a few interesting movies that deal with that sort of a topic. Normally with adopting a demon child, but what a huge place. I believe that was Laura? Yeah. The main hall's gigantic. The girl with the red hair, I believe, is Anne. Gotta go get Mr. Barrows. Everyone wait here. That's the, lady who come home from the adoption with. I believe it's Laura and Jennifer is our main character, and can't remember the last person's name actually. Heather, maybe? Yeah, the game's quite simple. There's not too many buttons. It's a point-and-click adventure, sort of. Hey, Anne. Oh, this is Anne. Never mind. First one that was. You want to know what kind of guy Mr. Barrows is, right? Yeah. Hmm. What is it? Is something wrong? This house makes me uneasy. Says here murder will strike at midnight, yeah. I'm surprised we didn't get the, please join us for dinner or something like that. I doubt I'll ever get used to this place. ... question mark? Lots paranoid. Oh, lot, that's right. So, there's very few controls, and the point and click nature of the game is what really elevates this. Normally, a point and click game is not scary. The idea is, you know, a few things make you scared, and that's sort of like this feeling of tension, but also the inability to react quickly is one of them. But point and click games tend to be slow paced. So, it's less likely something's going to jump out and instantly kill me. And I normally have a lot of time to react to things. Not so true in this game, but the slow pacing really builds up stuff. And we're going to have like a slower start here. But hey, can you go find Miss Mary? I'm sure I could if I, went out and looked for her. What happened to Miss Mary? I wonder indeed. Mary, she's taking a long time. Should I go find Miss Mary? No, that's alright, Lot. We'll do it. That's right. Dun dun dun. So we can explore this main room here. There's actually nothing really in it. There's a staircase going up, but as far as I recall, nothing leads in or out of this room. It is essentially a dead end. And you'll notice you go very slowly in this game. There is a run button. We don't need to use that yet. So the buttons in the game, you have interact. I do know how to run. You just can't do it yet. We don't have a reason to. Oh, there's a door over there. I don't know if I've ever gone through that door. Pretty sure there's nothing there, actually. So yeah, you just have an interact button. It does everything. It picks up items in your inventory, picks up items in the, environment. It just, it's the use button, the left click, if you will. You have your run left and run right buttons. Of course, have your cursorage. And then you also have your panic button. The panic button is the one most people aren't going to know. Oh, shit, that's open. Okay. The panic button is the one most people aren't going to know. And it's the one you have to mash to get out of trouble. Girls? Come on, this isn't funny. ... There's not too much we can do here. You're supposed to sort of look around this room for the girls. They aren't here. I can tell you that right now. Which is a little crazy. We didn't get too far. Just turn the lights on, you know what I mean? Keep a homey atmosphere. Crank up that electrical bill. So, why I occasionally have trouble with this game. And getting the S ending. There's actually two layouts to the mansion. And it's random which one you have. And either layout, I believe, has a few room shuffleages as well. So the interesting thing about it is, of course, when you're playing this game and you don't know what you're doing, you're going through and it feels like you're lost and trapped, especially when you restart and you're like, okay, I'm gonna do better this time. It's definitely gonna feel that way because the mansion does shuffle, and there is one key item that it is possible to not get in a run. And if that happens, you require a different item to achieve one of the endings. And I've never successfully gotten that item, so either way, there's a pile of wood and trash and rocks over there. So we pocketed a rock. I don't believe we can open our inventory yet. Otherwise, I would show you one of the things we can do here. The game does have a continue system. If you die, it will allow you to continue, which is nice. We're not going to look through that window. That's for damn sure. The game has a lot of triggers. There's a lot of possible events that can happen in this game, and triggering certain events will cause the best ending from being unobtainable. But that's okay. You know, it comes with time. There are a few different ways of getting the best ending, though. The lights are out. Here's the switch. So if the lights are out in a room, we've already learned our first mechanic. Jennifer here is going to have sort of issues interacting with objects. She won't be able to see them properly. And what's in the box? There's a key. Hey, that's handy. Could turn on the television here, perhaps. Get some show tunes, maybe cheer up a little bit. MTV, if My Cribs is on. That was a thing. Looks like it's broken. I'm not sure there's a reason turning this on. I used to believe that leaving the TV on would distract one of the NPCs in the game. I don't know if that's true, so we're just going to turn it off because it is a little annoying. This is one of those games you'll like, oh, okay, well, that's a little questionable there, TV. But either way, this is one of those games though I do recommend like people play for themselves, like even after I beat it, because I might not get the best ending here. So you know, maybe you want to see the best ending, or maybe you want to see one of the many other endings, because they all have a different cutscene, and they are all pretty cool. And trying to find all the endings in this game is just one of the fun things. Like a lot of visual novels have that actually. So we can run now. I believe, no, not yet. We have to reach our first major encounter. So, the interesting thing about this game as well is the health system. It's actually easier to think of it as a stress system. Her name is Jennifer, right? Pretty sure. Yeah. But either way, so Jennifer's got a her portrait there. You can see she's blue. It'll turn to yellow and then orange and then red as you become more stressed out. A lot of things can stress you. Being attacked will stress you. So if you're low enough, you'll just die. Like that's your health. But running also depletes that gauge, and you have to sit and rest up to recover that. So we're just gonna do a super quick little fun thing here. I don't normally save state because, you know, but I do just want to show off one example of a death here. It is possible to escape this, but again, you need to know what the panic button is, and you need to mash the shit out of it. So that is just a very quick, early death. It's, which is a little tricky because you really want to interact with this. You don't need to. This is more backstory stuff. I like to. What is this thing? Looks like two people smashed up. It's hard to tell. However, there's a small bottle of perfume here. I'll just go ahead and pocket that. Smells like Miss Mary's. So, it's possible to use You can't defeat the main enemy in the game. It's like a recurring character that hounds you as you play. You cannot defeat them. You can hide from them, and there's a few ways to not outrun them, but run into areas where he can't go and then pray he goes away. It's sort of like hiding, but it's not quite, because there are context hide options. Unfortunately, the one for this room, if you try and hide under the bed, which is what you think, you're like, oh, I'm going to be clever, I'm going to hide under the bed. The parrot will rat you out. It'll just start screaming, going like, say something like, I'll kill you or something over and over. And so the enemy will stab you as you hide there. And it is a lot of fun. However, there is a way to deal with the parrot. I just need to remember which of these 4 buttons is the panic button. We're going to run into some fun here. Oh, that's that one. This bird can kill you, for the record. You can see our stress levels are getting low and such. Take cage, rage to shoulder height, swing like a baseball, parrot done. Yeah. Hey man, come on you little bastard. Gotcha. Alright, so that took some of our health, but that is a nice little trick that I recommend doing if you're having trouble with the game. Because, yeah, there's my inventory. Okay. Sorry, I just forgot what the inventory button was. So we're going to go head back. Stop here. So Laura, I've found, I don't know why this is, it seems to be random when she tries to rest. And she seems to not want to rest in the hallways as much as she does in just an empty room. We're just going to sit here a little bit. It is a lengthy wait. And it is random when she feels like doing it. But it's unfortunately the only way of recovering health in the game. Otherwise, you do run out of health. The button to make her stop moving. Go ahead and toss just another save here. Again, you don't need to save state because this game, it does have continues. The only reason we're going to save state is just for time purposes, so that we can, beat it in a quicker stream. I don't mind if we die and we have to continue. It's a minor time loss. But if I want to show you stuff, or more importantly, if I want to do the very lengthy resting animation, which it's good, right? It just adds more tension in the game because you're like running away and you're like desperately trying to go, but as you run, you're also lowering your health. So if you get caught now, you're weaker. Because Jennifer here is supposed to be 14 years old or something like that. She's very, very young. It's not to say like all women are weak. Certainly some of them are, much like some men are. But a 14-year-old boy or girl is not going to be the strongest person. And a 14-year-old girl who's been in an orphanage for a couple years, well, she did have a life before this. And we can learn about that. Oh, well, hello. Now that's a change. I don't actually know if I've ever noticed that before. I'm sure I must have, like, my first playthrough, because all of a sudden, the second I said I don't know if I've noticed that before, kind of remember that. But yeah. Ooh. Faint and angry fluttering continues. I know, yeah. The thing is, though, if you do not do that, anytime you attempt to use that room, the parrot will just murder you. Straight up. Yeah, she's like, fuck that. It's a no from me, dog. Okay, well, we're gonna pop back over here then. And interact with the rock. Now, if this was your first time playing this game, you would just keep going left and opening the doors as you come to them, which is fair. And that's what we're gonna do, because I don't, well, This is up to you guys, okay? I'm gonna give you a little choice, A or B. Scissor Man, snip, snip, skirt, skirt. Yeah, I love Scissor Man. In this game, he's incredible. This is a little trick, though. You can use the rock to break this open. Get you in here. You're going to want to come here later. But this is a very easy way to avoid him. So, again, super easy, because if you don't do the parrot thing, come here, get this rock. You now have 2 options to escape your main antagonist early in the game. I believe the Scissor Man's name is Bobby. The record. But it's alright. Either way, how is audio though? Is it okay? Can you hear her pat, pat, pat? But yeah, guys, so real quick. We have a major crossroads that is going to affect literally the entire game. No joke. From this point on. So we as a player, our first thing we would do when playing this game, everyone, you would open this, you would go in the room, you would see the TV, you would go to the next room through the TV, and you would exit through this door here. And that is the room with the 2 beds. You would then be posed with a choice. Well, that's a weird noise. I wonder what that could be. So you're hearing this snippy, snappy, choppy, almost like a maybe a dripping noise. So you as a player, you're sitting there going, huh, do I go in that room? You're curious. But you have the option of not. You can either go in that room or continue to the left. It's your choice, boys. I've done both. There's quite a few ways of playing out these events. There's actually an event, if you have a different layout of the house. We didn't get it this time. But if you have a different layout of the house, there's actually another way of starting this whole chain of events. Discord channel's advert image is seen below. Yeah. I know, I need to change that image at some point, but it's just so, like, fun. Oh, shit. That's the thing, right? You start moving towards this door, and the game plays this track. Use the player, you know. You know when you open this door, it is going to be shit creek. That's where you're going to find yourself. Just gonna go for the classic door A. Guess so. Shit. Oh shit, that's actually totally bugging out. It's not supposed to look like that. You're actually fine until you progress through. We're gonna go for B. Everybody opens that door. Everyone sees the bathroom scene. We're gonna see the less terrifying and more oh shit scene. Well, there goes her. Anne's frickin' dead. You can actually hear the telephone ring. The telephone, I believe, is in the 2nd floor. If it's not, then we have a layout of the house that I'm not used to. Okay, so you can hear Bobby there. He sneaks up behind you on occasion. You can go in this room and lock yourself in. I don't recommend it. Because he's just going to break down the door, and then you die. We're going to chill here for 2 seconds. We're going to start walking this way. Slowly. See if we can trigger him from this side. Body is gone. Yeah, that's a common theme with this Alphas. There is a reason for that. Okay, she's coming from behind us. That's unfortunate. Thankfully, we can go in this room. I've done playthroughs of this game where you cannot enter this room right away. Was it all a dream? And that's a question you have to ask yourself for sure. You'll have to ask yourself that pretty early on. We are grade A fucked if Bobby comes right now. There he is! Played, son! You just gotta know your way around this guy. So as long as you hear this music, think of this as the chase music. This music will constantly play as long as he's coming after you. So, the thing is, there's a lot of rooms that you need to go in this game. There's a lot of items you need to find. There's a lot of things you need to interact with. But unfortunately, you cannot do those safely while he's coming after you. Shit. Because if he's coming after you, a lot of the rooms are dead ends. You go in, it's just a room, and then you're like, oh. However, since we've taken out the bird, this is one of our hiding options. Again, if you do not take out the bird, it will just screech and be like, I'll kill you! I'll kill you! And like flutter around this, and then you'll just start stabbing through the beds. If you do defeat the bird, voila. One less bobby. Excellent. So I will go ahead and, again, just a convenient save. I always love doing the shuffle. It's just classic. So you can always outrun the AI, and I like this. It gives a very Michael Myers feel. Because Halloween is a really scary, well, not scary in a traditional sense, but it's a very tense movie. You know what I mean? It is definitely a thriller. But one of the scariest things about Michael Myers is, like, Jason Voorhees has a very similar feel. They never run at you. They're not chasing you down. They're not hounding you to the end of the earth, right? In the sense that they're like football packing and just doof. Like, no, they're just slowly walking towards you. But somehow they always seem just there, just around the corner, just at the end of the road. You know what I mean? It's a very scary image. You know? Haunting. And that's Bobby in this. It's less scary calling him Bobby than Scissorman, but yeah, that's Scissorman. He will always be 2 steps behind you, no matter how fast you run. But you can always outrun him. We are not going to be answering the phone just yet. We do want to go in here. I don't have the item I need for here actually, so we'll just keep looking. Now, again, because there are different layouts, I remember the items I need, and I remember some semblance of the order I need them in, but I do not remember where they are. So. Oh, this is this room. Oh, okay, that's cool. Well, we can just get one of the endings for this game right now. One of my favorite ones. We could just save and then load back. You can find a key here in this crate, and here's a car. This is how you plan on getting out. You can go ahead and get in the car here. Keys aren't here. That's true. You got me, game. You did get me there. Let's go ahead and use the key here. I can get out of here. This car. Could, but the others. Well, one of them had like a 2, maybe 2.5 story drop minimum with scissors through her. She dead. Right? We're not worried about her. No, you're not allowed to take any weapons and fight. What should I do? I love that you have this option. As long as you keep interacting with this car with the key, eventually she'll be like, you know what, you're right, fuck it. So there you go. We'll never know what happened here. We'll never know what became of our friends. lived. I just love this ending. It's so good, so classic. The just get out of Dodge option. I could load here, but we're gonna wait. There's a little bit more after these cutscenes are finished. You know, in case you didn't just turn off the console, which you should never do. Like, if you are actually playing this game, you know, again, like a visual novel, you have your multiple endings. It's good to just get all the way back to the main menu so that it saves which endings you've gotten. Because that's important so you can sort of gauge how well you're doing. Jennifer was right, yeah. You got the good end, congratulations. Yes, the smart option, I agree. Hey Fox, how you doing? This is definitely the smart option, for sure. I've always wondered what this game would be like with voice acting. You'll notice there's credits for people underneath the names. I always wondered if it was supposed to be voice acted in Japanese. I don't know. There could be a different version of this with that. Which would be interesting. It's not necessary, though. There's not a lot of text in the game. Doing pretty good, doing pretty good. Got, man, I've been sleeping so much. So I didn't sleep anything, like, 2 nights ago, so, yeah, anyway, I didn't stream yesterday because I just, like, completely crashed. I slept for, like, 10 hours straight, which is good, but, you know, unfortunate, obviously. I hate missing the stream. And then almost missed a stream tonight, because, again, just another crazy long day of traveling around. We went over to Buffalo, just across the border. Did some shopping and looking around and stuff like that. Had a terrible, terrible restaurant experience, but I can't quite blame that on Americans. Terrible restaurants are everywhere. And I'm not normally someone who complains about restaurants because I've worked in them. I know they're not always the best. Hang on here. What I normally do, I normally do a little cheatsy thing here. Where's my input? Normally set up a speed option. Speed, there we go. Fast forward. That one, perfect. I can just do that real quick. This is a creepy shot. Oh shit. She did. The nice thing is, once you get any of the endings in the game, you can go back to the menu here, and unfortunately there's not really a continue option for us now, but the game gives you the quick start option. So you can at any time ever, after getting one of the endings, skip the entire intro, and it starts you off after all your friends have disappeared. Which is just nice, you know? For time's sake, I'm going to be like running a lot with Jennifer. Not recommended, because then you're low on health all the time, but yeah, it's what I do. And I'm not just doing it because I'm streaming. I'm doing that because I always do that when I play the game. I played this with Kaylin a couple years ago. I was showing her it because, again, I really like it. And she was like constantly raging out. She was like, "Stop running everywhere! You're going to get murdered! They're going to come kill you or something." I was like, no. We're fine. So we don't have the key to that. So that is not the West Wing then. West Wing will be upstairs, I believe. That could be this one. Oh shit. Yeah, it's minorly annoying. We could, if we want, meet another character at this point, but I don't think there's a reason to do so at the moment. In fact, so you saw how I bashed open that area with the rock. Here's a little tip: if you do play this game yourself, that was, you know, it's sort of a quick trick that you can learn early on. The thing is, The area that you pass through there, you saw I go to this area, it's got like a little pool. It's sort of the inner courtyard. If you continue through that, there's a little cabin, a shed. Don't go in that until later in the game, unless it's your first time playing. But if you're trying for the good ending, entering that too early will prevent you from finding things later on. And it's interesting, it's because Jennifer, you'll encounter a character in there, and Jennifer is going to make some wrong assumptions about that character. And those assumptions are going to cause her to act differently later on, basing off those assumptions, which I think is really cool. But that's just me. Have you thought about Corpse Party? Yeah, I introduced Kaylin to it. I think it's pretty good. I haven't beat it myself. I've played a little bit of the beginning. It's actually a really old game. I believe it came out in like 93. But I did play the old PC version of it. I would love to play it on stream, but I think you're absolutely right. I'm not sure if it is one of those games that are a bit questionable. There are certainly a few of those, which is unfortunate because I love me my fucked up games. I think all of you are saying, "Oh, don't interact with the dolls." I think you're right, actually. No good can come of interacting with these dolls. I'm sure of that. I think occasionally there is something in this room, though. And no, we might have fucked ourselves. Thing is, as long as we don't touch them. Don't be a bitch and do the dolls. All right, we'll try one. Mannequin is wearing a dress. Looks nice. Oh shit! It's Bobby! Damn it, Bobby! I was gonna go that way. Okay, so gotta mash this button real quick. Oh, we're dead. Oh no, we're not dead. We're good. Okay, run. It's one of these two. I can't remember. I always forget which the panic button is. If you get the wrong panic button, like you just die. There we go. Push. He's just a midget, Jennifer. Oh shit. Jennifer, just run. No, that way. He's just a midget. Just go give him a push. It's okay to hit midgets when you're a girl. Probably. Maybe not okay. Having kicked a midget to know. So the other cool thing is, Jennifer won't interact with some objects if she thinks she's in danger. Right now, for example, being chased. Also, the more stressed out you are, the more likely you are to fall. So, that's a thing, which is a little bit annoying because there's a couple of ways you can escape or hide from Bobby if you do it ahead of time. You know what I mean? For example, in the room we were just in, there's an upper level, like a second floor. He's coming. Can we get in here in time? Let's find out. But there is a second floor. There is a plank that you can put across the floor, which will allow you to escape across a hole in the ground. Unfortunately, when Bobby's chasing you, she's like, nope, not gonna touch it, not gonna interact with anything. That's it, I'm good. And it's like, Jennifer, please, just grab the board, throw it there. You're going to die. You're trapped. If they're trying to kill you, you probably get a pass, yeah. So we're just gonna chill here for a second. Maybe recover a little bit of our stress levels. But the great thing about this game, like, there's so many things. It's wonderfully done. I love the pacing. It's short, it's sweet, and it never feels like the game's out to get you. You know what I mean? You always have options. Problem is, you have to remain level-headed and cool. Like right there, if I had panicked and been like, oh, I don't have time to go in this room, I would have had to do another lap around the house, potentially. Could have died, because I mean, would have got super stressed, and then if he attacked me, like, you know what I mean? It's just, you have the options there. You always have the options. But, sometimes you think you don't, and that's that to me is pretty clever design. There's a lot to be said for, giving players the illusion of choice, or taking like away options but not actually taking them away, just making them feel like they don't have those options. And that's how you make a lot of games feel bigger than they are. For example, like there's a lot of games you could play that are designed in such a way. I mean, there's not a lot that do this like perfectly, but Uncharted is a good example. Uncharted is like a very linear game, but there's like design elements. Lara Croft, another great example. Design elements in those games that make it feel like the game is very big. Like there's a lot going on. That there's so much to explore. But ultimately, the levels are actually very linear, quite small, but they feel like there's so much space, and the game makes you feel like you're choosing a path. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm choosing to go this way. But really, it's sort of tricking you into thinking to go that way. You know? It's pretty cool. Let's get over here. Keep your eyes peeled, everybody, for pesticide. Looking for some of that. I could show you why we need pesticide, actually, but I think it'd be easier just to go find it first. Yeah, that phone. I recall answering the phone being a really bad thing to do. Although there is, I believe, a point in the story when you have to do that. We could head upstairs right now. Can't remember. There is something we have to do upstairs, but I'm not sure if now's the time to do it. And I'm not sure if it's upstairs this time in the mansion. Do you know what I mean? I love that. I just love, even when you know how to beat the game, you're not sure how to go about it. And it's certainly, like, I played this game a lot when I was younger. Not like a kid, but, high school. And I remember spending, like, a long time trying to figure out how to beat the game. And eventually I started drawing up maps, because that's what I used to do for games. I'd play, like, old dungeon crawlers, and I would start drawing maps of each square, like in Eye of the Beholder 2, for example, because they don't have an auto map. And this was one of those games, like, I'm drawing maps for it, and I'm like, hold up. I don't remember this here. I thought that was here. And then you look at your map, and that's kind of weird. So they trick you up. This door should be locked then. Ah, right, we had the West Wing key. Okay, well, these both go to the same spot. We are not going to go through this one, but we'll use this later. Right after we check out this area. That door's locked. You can see we've already gone the yellow just from running around. So over here should be... yeah. We're good. Okay, we're just going to leave this room, come right back in. It's bugging out a little bit. There's no danger in that room, from what I recall. Okay, it's just supposed to be like a fog effect, but the game has trouble rendering that. Okay, I have insectide. Perfect. Let's see if turning on the light will fix the issue. Fair enough. You can see there seems to be some stuff over here. Wonder how we can solve this simple little dilemma. Some rope? Very good. Every adventurer should always pick up rope. There. Broken tableware. ... Unfortunately, various things are scattered around, yeah. Unfortunately, this is one of those games that got butchered with translation. I can't reach. Yeah, if only there was like a way of lifting yourself. Oh, there you go. I figured it out. Yeah, there's so many things in this game. I wish I knew if dialogue was like removed or if there was like, you know what I mean? Like, so many like dots where I'm like, was there supposed to be something here and they took it out? Because unfortunately, back in the day, two things happened. When a game came from Japan to America, they would patch it because the game had already been out in Japan for a while, and they would essentially they would fix a lot of the issues usually, which is good. So American games tend to be less buggy, or the American versions of Japanese games, I should say. The other thing they did though is um, they would remove gore, nudity, violence, like things like that from the American version. And they also, hang on, let's just check this real quick. A bird's nest, yeah. I don't believe there's going to be anything there for us at the moment. Hello. Okay, there's a bird there. Wait. But they would also like change translations because people would not agree with, oh, like the Americans can't have talking like this in the game. Not like swear words or anything like that, but oh, she'll figure out what I want to do eventually. But yeah, like there was a lot of translations that it has nothing to do with the fact it wouldn't translate. It has everything to do with the fact that they didn't think Americans wanted certain types of dialogue or certain things to be said. It was too mature, in a sense. And they're not wrong. Unfortunately, that is very true. America had a lot weirder laws on censorship back in the day. For better or for worse. Personally, I don't really believe anything should be censored. Like, I understand the need for censorship, but I just, it's personally not for me. It's like everything, you know? And if something's too much for a person, well, I mean, you know, games have warnings, or movies have warnings, or books, you know, you can get an idea. Actually, I don't know if books have ratings, because there's definitely some books you shouldn't read as a kid, and I know, unfortunately, I got into a couple. But let me tell you, fantasy novels were a crapshoot. It was either Game of Thrones, like not actually Game of Thrones, but you know what I mean. Blood, sex, and violence, or it was very like whimsical. Two things way back in the day. This is just a spooky room. Damn. Oh, you hear like blubbing too. Okay. What's that? Oh my god. What the fuck is that? And we'll never know. We'll never know what that is. But we can guess. And that's what I love. Sometimes you don't need to say something. You know what I mean? Just let, you know, like, our imagination is often scarier than the real thing, right? So, I believe I shouldn't be opening this, but that's okay. Oh, is it fine? Really? Oh, I was so sure Bobby came out of that one. Wonder if you can hide in this. Interesting. But see, the dot, like, it implies to me, like, there is something disturbing in there, and the English translation was like, no, we can't say, like, you know. Ugh. Yeah, kill me. Yeah. That would be really creepy if it, like, sort of, like, had, like, a face almost, and it just, like, turned towards you and it like just gurgled empty words. That would be pretty terrifying. Again, convenient save. I'm fine without running Bobby every single time, but there are a few encounters up here with him. And I believe getting some encounters with him will prevent you from getting other encounters with him, almost like a way of making the game easier. It's like, okay, like you've seen him already a bunch of times, so we're going to remove these like encounters. Can you drown her in emote? No, Necroskater, we drown enough people in emotes on this stream. I think you can go in the pool, though. I wonder if there is a drowning death for Jennifer. I'm not sure. Because I'm pretty sure you can... No, maybe you can't go in the pool. Just another room that just... Like, this doesn't look good, right? You see a room like this and you're like, oh, I feel uneasy. Ooh. Okay, so we triggered something. Presumably bats. Let's see what these are here. The game is allowed to tell me. Oh! Corpse of a crow. Okay, so it is allowed to tell me that that is a crow's corpse. Until the game is... It's very interesting how they're, like, chopping the heads off and letting the blood drain out, right? Now, this to me sounds like bats. But it's supposed to be a crow, I think. A single bird is left in the cage. I guess we can go rescue him. Maybe he'll, repay us in kind. Hard to say. Bye, my friend. Fly free, little bird. There's a window there. You want me to smash it for you? No, you're good. I hope I find a way out of here, too. It's deep. They're all just birds in a cage. Ah, that's rats. That's what that annoying noise is. I'll just speed her up so we don't have to hear that as much. There you go. You're welcome, by the way. What a terrible noise. Absolutely horrible. Utilizing every single one of the sounds available on the Super Nintendo. Crow's gonna come back and peck your eyes out? Not gonna spoil, but you could be right. Now I think we're all... Feels like someone's watching. I think we're all looking at this room going, well, fuck. Right? This is just one of those classic rooms you look at and you're like, no. No. Oh, man. I wish I did have a capture card because Fatal Frame is one of my favorite horror series. And Fatal Frame has so many rooms you go into and you're like, what was that sound? Dance with me, little doll. Yeah. Maybe we should leave. Should we leave? Oh, that's not an option. How fucked are we? Let's just smash the panic button prematurely. So if you don't hit the panic button fast enough there, it will choke you out and you will die. Yep. FNAF? No, not Five Nights at Freddy's. Fatal Frame. Looks like a child's bed. It's dirty with stains and dust. So, again, I like games that allow the player to feel smart. I like games that allow the player to come up with their own narrative. I mean, it's good when there's a story there, but I do like it when you can uncover the story and it feels natural. You know what I mean? I'm a big fan of Sherlock Holmes as a child, but one thing I hated was a lot of times in Sherlock Holmes... Whoa, fuck! Don't be dead. Okay. I hope I didn't fuck up coming here. But a lot of times, like Sherlock Holmes, you can't solve the mystery, and that's unfortunate to me. Like the great mysteries, the mysteries I want, are ones where I could have a chance of solving it. Sure, I may have missed a few things, you know. Okay, I didn't exactly know that's why he did it, or oh right, yeah, I had no idea that he could, you know, find the secret passageway in the house. Like, sure, like that's fine, but you know, it feels cheap when the answer was just like, well, obviously this, this, that, and this, and you would never have guessed because you, the player, weren't told anything. That doesn't feel good. You know, that doesn't feel good at all. This game, though, doesn't tell you much, but there is a story, and you can start figuring it out. So why don't we all start guessing? We have creepy children's beds. We have a deformed midget chasing us with scissors. We have Miss Mary. What's her connection? She went to the orphanage and gathered a whole bunch of us up. Is she safe? Is she friendly? Is Mr. Barrow the real threat? I don't know, guys. Start figuring that out. See if you can come up with the answer by the end of this. Portrait of a middle-aged woman. What was with that portrait on the desk that was smashed with two small figures in it? This person looks familiar. Well, that almost looks like us, actually, but I mean, who knows? It's hard to say who that's supposed to be. Okay, thank God. We can go in this room right now. Empty. There's a pool in the courtyard. Yep, that's true. Some books. Yes. Desk is dusty. Because it seems like the place is lived in, but not livable. Do you know what I mean? So what's with that? Things written here look serious. Question mark, question mark, question mark? I don't know. Not sure what the question marks mean. Does she not understand the books? Is there something we, the players, should know, but it's a translation issue? I'll never know, honestly. I can understand a little bit of spoken Japanese, but I cannot even begin to read it. So, unfortunately, there's a lot of these great horror classics that I will never truly know some of the meanings to, because they just never really got properly brought here. And the way people translate things, too, is so different, right? So, like, you know... Like, I can never blame people, but, like, some translations lead a completely different picture as to how something's actually meant to be interpreted. Simple plank of wood. Yeah, go ahead and pick that up. Well, what if you look at... There's a hole here, Jennifer. What if we look at this? First floor can be seen. What if we look at the wood again? Well, I'll be damned. You know, and that seems like an annoyance in some ways, but it makes sense, right? Like, the player in these games should have to interact, or, like, at least, like, the player sees things, you know, and this is something with role-playing games you gotta get in your head, too, is there's a disconnect between what the player knows and the character knows. So the player's like, oh, yeah, I just gotta throw the board over here, but, you know, Jennifer hasn't seen the hole yet. And that can just be seen as, like, slightly annoying. But, again, this is an older game. And I think it's an important thing to keep in the back of your mind. You know, used better, it is a good mechanic. ... Certainly seems to be something up with this wall. Painted over, eh? Now, if I was a Call of Cthulhu group, I would be like, I smashed the wall. In fact, in every room I went in, I'd be like, can I smash the wall? Do any of the walls look fake? It's investigative role players are always quite... So, this room right here, this is something I'm going to do. Oh, we all got a bad feeling. What's in the butt? Oh, it's just a cat. It's a really fat cat. With derp eyes. Okay. I don't actually remember that cat. I thought that was going to be Bobby. A little worried about that now. But anyway, so this is like one of the room. Wow, the cat animation's great. One room is I'm going to be revealing this. This is the room that if you go to the cabin with the pool through the courtyard, if you go there, you will never be able to get something inside of this room. So just keep that in mind. Depending on, what playthrough you're doing, right? I do recommend going to the cabin, though. We may or may not visit it. I might have to do like a separate playthrough of that because I'm not sure it's safe to go here after this point. It might be. I can't quite remember, but I do know going there, again, will trigger Jennifer to make some assumptions that negate this portion. And this is needed for the best ending of the game. Obviously, we can break in there, but how? What about this? I just love the tension this game builds. Is this cat gonna kill me? I don't know. Is Bobby in that box? Is he gonna jump out? I don't know. That was very impressive. But you know what I mean? Like, there's so many, like just the silence. I honestly think the game would have been good with a small backtrack. But they did have limited memory back in the day, and they were trying to avoid some things, so it is what it is. Yeah. So, if you come in here after going to the cabin, only one of these notes will be here. So, yeah. Go ahead and read the first one. Looks like a chart of some sort. Mary's and patient's names. Name of the master of the house. Mary? Barrows? So that's the only one you find. This one, the much more important one, is missing. And you'll probably think, oh, this is the wall that was painted over. Correct. Patients were 2 newborn babies. Okay. And this is also missing. Names embroidered here. Walter Simpson. Walter Simpson? That's right. Father? That's right. And I believe because of that, you can't actually interact with the corpse. So, we're now about to get our last little bit of story from this room. Start putting a few of the pieces together. Pray Bobby doesn't jump out and scare the shit out of me from this hole. He's holding a piece of paper. Looks like a memo. Oh shit. 11/10/1986. This is the 3rd day I, Dr. Walter Simpson, have been in here. I'll not last long. Before I die, I'll record this. There are twin children who are the blemish on this world. When the lady was to give birth, I was called to this house. She gave birth to 2 demons. When they were born, they ate my right hand. They were ill, their bodies deformed. They should have died. But they lived. I should have tried to. Breathing is painful. The air in this room is already gone. There in a cradle under the star. Jennifer. Doesn't that just really hit that Halloween vibe, though? It's creepy, it's fun, it's spooky, and also it's fucking retarded. When they were born, they ate my right hand. God damn it. Like, how far was your hand up the orifice that they could eat it and you couldn't pull it out? Like, did she clench? I don't know. I have questions. I honestly, there's a few. Oh, hang on. Where'd that cat go? Spoop out of 10. You know, maybe did they eat it afterwards? I mean, children aren't normally born with teeth. Fun fact. I don't know. There's questions there. I mean, they were hideously deformed, though. But that is something we need to keep in mind, because otherwise, if you don't find that note, that's fine. You just don't learn it was Jennifer's father who came here. I mean, you don't even learn about the doctor. You don't even learn that they're sort of like demon children. You just learn that there were 2 children. You don't know who they are. We, as the players, not Jennifer's character perhaps, but we as the players can start making this connection, like, hang on. 2 children, okay. Could that be little Bobby? Maybe. You know? Either way. We start thinking about these things. But the cradle under the star reference is something that we are going to be able to solve later. You sort of brute force it, though. You solve it based on information you receive later, but you don't know why you're solving it. You know what I mean? Which is, that just looks like shit. It seems like a bit of a silly thing to say, right? Like, oh, I'm solving it, but I don't know why I'm solving it. But that's just because you as a player naturally try and come in a room, and if you enter a room in a game and it says 2 + 2 equals, and there's like a bunch of keys on the wall, and one of them's the 4 key, you as a player, you're gonna be like, I want to push that. You know, that's just what you want to do. You're like, I'm gonna push that. But a character in that situation might not be like, I'm just gonna go push the 4. It's like they might, you know, look at these things and be like, okay, I can, yeah, I that's probably a thing. But, you know, they might not immediately go like, oh, I'm gonna start fucking this house up and pushing things and triggering things I don't know what to do. You know, because when you're actually invested, when it's your real body, your flesh and blood, you have one life to live, and you're in an environment where you're scared and probably going to die, you're a little less likely to just randomly go smashing around and pulling levers and hitting switches and jumping in holes and freeing crows from cages, for example. That's something a normal person would not do. Depends, though. But a lot of people do have an irrational fear of birds just because, you know, they move quickly and stuff like that. Alright, let's just run a little bit, Jennifer. A little slow for my taste. Yeah, we're gonna go down these stairs. The reason being, the animation is 10 times faster. Oh, actually. Yeah. It isn't, I was gonna say. That's okay. And then I believe it is this door to get out. Sorry, just speeding things up a little. Is just quick save IRL. Yeah. It does ruin the pacing somewhat, but you know, when you're playing it by yourself, it is very enjoyable just to sit there and go tap 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 and be, because you know, it's just that uneasiness going like, oh god, when am I gonna die? But when you're streaming it, you know, you've got this sort of unfortunate thing. Well, I do anyway. You know, some people may say like, there's not a lot of production value on the stream. You're right. I'm not disagreeing, but I do care. I try and make your life a little. So we'll go ahead and turn this light on, and we'll now see why I avoided this room until now. Let's go ahead and what's in the fridge? Oh, this light is supposed to flicker. It's not just game bugging out. What do you think's in the fridge, guys? A little turkey, some ham, brisket. Oh, okay, yep, a ham. Nobody thought it was gonna be ham. Just admit it. You all thought it was gonna be a body or something. You sick fucks. No, it's get some drinks. Okay, Coca-Cola. I could go for some actually. A calendar. Today's date is marked. Well, that's fair. They were gonna pick us up at the orphanage. Reasonable. Well, let's look in the big freezer unit, I suppose. Oh, it's like a drying or smoking rack, essentially. Oh, God. Not the cockroaches. Yeah, that's not good. So I think this will kill you if you don't leave fast enough. We're gonna have to get out of here real quick. You'll notice we're on really low health now, unfortunately. That's quite a few bugs. Am I wrong? Like, if I saw that many bugs, like, that's a problem. Thankfully, a little bit of raid. Ham, maybe. No, where's our insecticide? Just a little bit of this. Sprinkle it in. Problem solved. Yeah. Like 10,000 scarab cockroaches just... It's like, yeah, we're all dead. I guess they are trapped in a small area. A key. Oh, I like keys. The gold key. Ah, I believe that's how we get in the room with the telephone. Not that we necessarily want to. Do we want to? What do we still need right now? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah, now we need to see if I know how to beat the game or if I don't. There is... I don't know what the odds are. I'm just going to say 50-50. But there's a 50-50 chance of the game requiring item A and the game requiring item B to beat the game. Item A is a scepter. And I do know how to beat the game with the scepter. Item B is not a scepter. I don't know what it is. And I don't know how to beat the game with it. Okay, so the gold key works for upstairs. That's where the phone is. Okay. I think I do know this layout then. So I don't think we go to the phone room right now, but we can. We can go there. There's actually, like, there's so many things in this game that can happen. And we're not going to be experiencing them this run. Because you can't get the secret, or the best ending, if you will, with it. And there's two versions of the best ending. But, I do highly recommend, though, if you think this game's interesting, play through it a few times. Because again, like I said, you should be able to beat it in like hour and a half, 2 hours. This is Dead Rising 3. You're right, Leon. I actually don't own any other Dead Rising, just 2. I heard the first one's the one that made me want to buy 2 in the first place. But, I don't know anything about the other ones, unfortunately. Wasn't the crow room just over here? Am I wrong? Oh, you little sneak. Trying to trick me to go in that room. Can you walk any faster? You can run. Unfortunately, Jennifer's out of health right now, so running's a little bit risky. We can sit down, though. Rest up. I'm speeding up the game to like 10 times speed, though, to get through that lengthy rest animation, though. Let's see if our friend the crow has given us something new. Looks like there's some eggs now. Were there eggs last time? I don't recall. Let's go prod this again. Hey, birdie, birdie. You our friend? No. No, this doesn't seem to be our friend, Crow. I believe this may be another way of getting the gold key. If you don't get the gold key from the insects. They're jump scares? Yeah. Yep, definitely. But this is a really old game. This is like 93 or something. So the jump scares aren't like, you know, like, brown, like they don't have like a huge audio sting and stuff. Although one of them does. We'll do that one actually. You know what? I'll take you guys to that one. It's one of my favorite, one of my favorite encounters with Scissorman. Miss Mary? Glad to see you. Safe, Jennifer. Oh, Miss Mary, it's been awful. All our friends are dying. Well, just one of them. There's two of them missing, I guess. But come here. Yeah, absolutely. Wait, is that a knife you have there? A knife in your hands? Oh shit! When does it happen? You have to tell me. Yeah, no, she just murders you there. I can't recall if I need to go in here or not. I did know she was going to kill me, though, but I can't recall if there's something in this room I need. Or if I screw myself by going here too early, like... Is there something wrong? Yeah, I'm not going to come here, thanks. Oh, shit. Sorry, just let me turn off the light, Miss Mary. You're, Oh, my God! What did I do to you? That's interesting. I've never done that. I've never clicked the light in that room. I'm pretty... What? Is she just not there? This is what's supposed to happen after you run away from her. I will tell you right now... No. Well, you can go ahead and interact with that. The drink's still in there. Okay. Don't drink it. Silver keys under the glass. Okay, yeah. That's good. I mean, obviously, you want to answer the telephone, right? We've been hearing this telephone ringing all game. Everyone's sitting there. Just like, come on, answer the telephone. All right, let's see. Who's on the phone, Jennifer? The phone line's cut. What? Ghosts! Get out! It's not safe. It's not safe for your kind. What would happen if I did interact with this, though? Would you guys be curious? Be curious as what would happen if I were to just, you know, oh, suit of armor. Can I maybe take the sword? There's something in here? Oh my God. Spaghetti. Oh no, it's Laura. Shit. Oh, shit. I just wanted to show you guys that, though. There are a lot of ways that you can find your friends dead. There's a lot. And depending on whether you go left, go to the bathroom, or look through a window, that determines the order, like the first friend that dies, and that also determines the order in which you can find their other deaths and where you can find them. But I will tell you, you can't get the best ending of the game if you find her dead there. Spoilers. But again, I do recommend playing through the game yourself. You know, not like, I'm not trying to like sell the game. The game's ancient. You probably can't even buy a copy anymore. You know, you could a long time ago on eBay. I don't know if that's still possible, but I'm just saying, like, the game's good. There's a lot of great endings, and it would take me a long time to like play through the game multiple times to like show you. But I do recommend it. Like, I play this pretty much every year, at least every other year, just for a fun October Halloweeny
because I love it. It's just a classic horror game, and I always try and play it with somebody new, whether that's streaming or again, I played it with Kaylin a couple years ago. It's a very simple game. It's very easy for people to figure out what's going on and have a good time. I streamed it like 7 years ago, actually, for like my mom and my sister. Which, I mean, it seems silly, but just one thing. Like, we don't live like anywhere near, so. But it's just a good, solid, spooky game. Just fun. We have a long way to go. Long way to go. You're new? That's true, yeah. That's right, Necro. Yeah, you weren't here last time I streamed this, which I believe was either last year or the year before I streamed it. That's what I do. But when I did stream it the last time, we didn't get the good ending because I went to the cabin too early. Pretty sure. And I think we might have had the other layout as well. The one that I don't know how to solve. But yeah, let's. Now I don't know what room it's gonna be in. The jump scare. The reason I don't know that is again because the rooms change. Like they're not always in the same spot. It's interesting. It's this one. This is my favorite room. Absolute favorite encounter. Oh shit. Like, you come in here and the music just gets intense as shit, and you're like, what? All kinds of music here. Yeah. What's not happening? I'll jump inside. Let's check out the piano. Yeah, nothing happened. This is my jam. Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah. That sucks, man. We encountered Bobby too many times. Oh, there he fucking is. Little shit. No, it's not that one. We're gonna load. Hang on. So why are we gonna load it? Again, sorry, this is for convenience sake for you guys. So it's like, oh, why do you want to load? Like, you found Bobby in there. You're expecting that. That's what you wanted. No. No, I did not want to find Bobby there. Just wait. Unplug. No, this isn't it either. Shit. We're gonna keep loading. Like I said, there's multiple possibilities for these encounters, and we may not be able to get it because I've encountered him twice before. Let's try again. Sorry if this ruins your immersion, but this is important. This is my favorite. No. You'll know. You'll know. Let's try the light. Maybe the light affects it. Broken. No. We'll know right away. There's a lot of RNG to this game, but the thing is, it may be impossible that we can't get this encounter because of the other encounters I got. So what the game does is, if you find Bobby a lot, like Scissor Man, if you get too many encounters with him, they start removing encounters from the game, and they start putting encounters in like, harder to find places. For example, like, you naturally would think to play the piano. You just think the piano is going to be like a clue or a secret doorway. You know what I mean? So you would naturally hit this. So the encounter I want is based off hitting the piano. Okay. But because we've encountered him a bunch, the game's like, no, that wouldn't be fair to you. So they put him over in the drapes there. And I believe if you encounter him too much, you will never find him at all. We may just... Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to get this encounter here. So we're going to load, and I will come back here at the end and show you all my favorite Bobby encounter. I don't believe there's anything else in that room of note. That's as far as we go here. Okay. Try one more time. Okay. Record player is unplugged. Kinds of music. No, stool. That had junk in it. That's nothing. That's nothing. Okay. We'll just leave. But the RNG like adds so much to the game in my opinion. I'm just gonna speed up because we got a lot of walking to do here. And that's fine. So what we'll do is after I get the good ending, we will not only go and encounter Mr. Barrows, which is the thing that you can't do if you want to, you know, get the good ending, but we'll also do, yeah, my favorite encounter over there with Bubba. Oh, wrong one. Where's the other hallway? Silver door. That's what I need. You're welcome, by the way. Takes me to the silver door hallway, or is this out? That's out. Silver door downstairs? Phone's ringing again. I don't actually remember. Here, this one, that's the... Oh, that's this room, yeah. Yeah, the RNG, like, makes it great because, like, when you're first playing this game, you don't know what you're doing, like, it constantly throws you for a loop because you think you're figuring out how to solve the game. You think you know what you're doing, but then all of a sudden it's like, no, you don't, actually. Okay. Question mark? Be stuck. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Where do we use the key then? Oh, was it down this one, maybe? Yeah, that's a silver key door. Yeah, sweet. Oh, okay, so yeah, this is where this room is this time. Alright. So we get to learn some important stuff. I think I need to turn the lights on, actually. Do I? So we can see here some sort of a ritual. It's important. Mural covers the wall. Part of it's hidden behind that shelf. Do that in a second. I don't see the item I need. Time will cause adherence? The clock tower's clock stopped. Various chemicals are on the desk. Cool. Well, Jennifer, so you said the mural's blocked. Do you want to maybe make it a little easier to see? Maybe want to push that? Push the bookcase a little bit? There is a way to push this bookcase. Jennifer? No, oh, son of a bitch. Let's get back in here. Piece of paper here. Hold the demon idol with care. Shit! Tree in a forest, a person in a crowd. The idol is on a statue. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have the way I don't know how to win the game. Fortunately. I don't think there's any other way to make her... I don't know if you can push this if you're... We do have the ham, though, which is nice. I may need to encounter Miss Mary to progress the story at this point. Some people losing their shit that a bird knocked over a candle on the rug with bursts in the flame. Yeah, true. Let's go see if Miss Mary's there. If not... excellent. Perfect. Miss Mary? Jennifer! How glad of you to join me! What? Come here, I'm going to kill you! Hello? Where are my friends? What are you doing with that knife? That's good, Jennifer. Don't turn off the light switch. That was pretty bad last time. She just looks a little bit sad. She's like, well, my new adopted mother's trying to murder me. Just another Tuesday at the orphanage. I wonder how common that is. So I believe now... again, I apologize. I'm going to try and beat it, but I do not know how to beat it in this scenario. We'll try, though. We'll try. 10 out of 10 voiceover. I'd try. Shit, though. So you're supposed to get a scepter. And I know how to solve the game with a scepter. You stick it in a hole, and you create a bigger hole. That just sounds wrong, actually, sticking a scepter in a hole to make a bigger hole. It is what it is. What's over here? The slow pan. Slow pan, not to be confused with low pan. An excellent villain from Big Trouble in Little China. I quite enjoy. Oh, actually, there's something we can do over here, I believe. We can move a box out of the way so we can quickly travel between the wings. Yep. Oh, yeah, that's why that door's stuck. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Let's stop here again, because I can't actually remember if this... I know this prevents you from getting the best ending if you go here too soon, but I believe since we got the note already, learned about our father's demise, we are free to come here and visit Mr. Barrows. I could be wrong, though. Got something. Oh, what the fuck? He's not here. Oh god, everything is bad. Supposed to be a guy in there. Like, he looks like a little hobo. Does that mean Miss Mary's about to come in with the shotgun? Talk to me, game. What am I dealing with here? No? Interesting. Well, there's like 3 events that didn't happen there. Which is, I guess, good. Because one of them ends up in somebody dying. Where have we not gone? What am I missing here? I need to push the bookshelf over. I know that for a fact. Because I need to see the rest of the mural. Maybe there's a door I missed. Oh shit. Did we not go to this entire wing? Hold up. Where are we right now? Oh! Oh, I just missed... Hang on. Let's see if there's anything on the other doll here. Probably not. Okay, that one's head falls off. The other one had Bobby in it. Fine. Okay, a bathroom. Interesting. Oh my god. Look at this. I've played this game like a lot of times. And I still don't know how to solve it every time, all the time. Like, do you know what I mean? It's great. It's awesome. I love that. And I love that there's still like shit, like combinations of stuff I haven't. Oh god. Damn it, Bobby, you get out of this fucking cat again. See, I've never seen that before. I don't even remember this cat ever. I probably see the same cat every year. And I just never remember that. What is the deal with the cat? What? Who are you? What do you represent? Okay, good. Nothing in that one. What the fuck? What room is this then? Yeah, okay, this is good. Okay, I guess I just didn't come this way, guys. We may now be able to go to the mural room and deconfocculate it. Scepter, please? Shit. Okay, so flowers. What this is it something about sticking the idol to crow corpse? Next completely severed. Strange symbols are written here. Time will cause the end. What does that mean? Well, yeah, time, you know. Ritual. Magic. I don't know what the fuck. Normally you would stick the scepter right here in this hole. But the hole's not there right now. Okay, there is a hole. The cradle under the star. That's right. So Jennifer only realizes that if you've mentioned your, like found your dead father. Okay, so we might be able to, we might be able to do this still. Okay. Okay. Ah, fuck! I love this. This game is so perfect. I don't know, man. Like, cause see now, like, and I don't get scared at games usually, right? But now I'm feeling like I'm on edge. Why? Because that fear of the unknown. The only thing that's truly terrifying is the fear of the unknown. That's why, like, you know, the first time you play like some things, it's scary. But then when you realize the monster just kills you if you go a certain way, like it's not scary. Stick the ham in the hole. Oh no, this is where I push the bookshelf. Okay. We're doing fine. Everything's okay. But it's like one of those things, like, I don't know what's going to happen now. You know, I don't know how I missed this entire wing and just forgot to check it. So because of that, like, my whole body's just like, oh shit, we're going to get attacked by Bobby. Which is broken. Lots of technical books. Okay. I think I can push this one. The author's name is faded. There's a slip of paper in the book. Hold a demon idol with great care. A tree in a forest, ferns, crowns, and idol is on the statue. The idol is on a statue. Maternity magazine. Is someone having children? Man. Well, it might not be the scepter. So crevice looks pretty deep. Something shiny in there. Oh, jam it in. Right in there, Jennifer. Give it a reach. Yeah, yeah, you can definitely stick your hand in there, though. What else do we... What can we use to reach in there with? None of this shit, actually. Okay. So, well, there's some statues upstairs. on the second floor of the West Wing. Maybe we take... What the fuck? Where does this go? I don't like that. Oh, yeah, this. Oh, okay, yeah, we've been here. Oh, I see. We just didn't go there. Okay, well, let's go check these statues out. Because now I'm curious. Because there's one here with, like, a rope on it. I wonder if... Like, it's saying, like one of these statues... I can interact with this side of it. I think we need the rope for something else, actually. The hole. Okay, but I am curious. One of these statues is holding an idol that we need. Maybe the idol is the non-scepter item. Of course, the alternative is... See, this one I can interact with as well. Kind of odd. Oh, shit! Idol's hidden in the statue's bosom. It's cold. Bosom. Cross protrudes from the bottom. Picked up demon idol. Oh, shit, I've never seen that before! Also, that was definitely its hand we looked at, not its bosom. Push him. Okay, I think, actually, you're not really supposed to run across that plank. I remember that breaking at some point on me. Okay. Oh god, I'm actually on edge, because I know what's coming later and you guys don't. And I don't know if I can still beat it and get the good ending, and I don't know if, like, things are gonna happen differently. Like, do you know what I mean? As silly as that is, like, I can feel my heart, like, doing weird shit. It's not like I'm gonna, like, scream or anything, you know what I mean? But, like, that's what I love. Like, you don't need jump scares, you don't need to scream. What you need, like, that dread, that feeling of uneasiness that just makes you feel sick to your stomach. That's what I want in a horror game. I want a game to make me feel uneasy and sick and gross, you know? I like about, like, the Silent Hill games. Okay, let's try putting the idol right in this. Can I put it on that thing? Maybe I stick the idol in the hole. This is normally what you do with the scepter. It's got a cross bottom. Okay. No. Okay. What does it say about the demon again? It said we find it in a statue, but I forget where it said we put it. We put it in the flowers? No, that doesn't make sense. I might need to go and, like, reveal the rest of the mural. But I believe I do have all the other items required to beat the game. Okay. Just looking at that still. I can't push this away, can I? Okay. Maybe I use it on the crow. Grasping at straws here. I just need to go read the thing again. I don't think we actually need the ham in this playthrough. I believe the ham's for an event that we skipped. Right, yeah. What room was this again? I don't remember. Is that the hallway that gets me back to the west thing? it's the hallway that takes me back to the east wing, sorry. Yeah, that's good. That's where we need to go. So... Because the mural is in the silver key room. That takes me outside, don't need to go there. The fuck was that noise? Phone ringing? Hopefully. Rip ham, yeah, I know. Can I push this now? So let's read the mural again anyway. Okay. Yeah, part of it's hidden, yep. It's these I have to read. Maybe I can't push that shelf, that's so weird. Like, I would do that if I was Jennifer. Time will cause adherence. Yeah, yeah. What's the rest of it, though? The clock tower's clock stopped. Yes. One of these books? I don't know why I'm not allowed to push that. Okay. I have to go back to the bookshelf room then. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know where we go from here, boys. I'm gonna say we go back. Fuck. I don't know. Alright, well, I'm gonna go back to the book room and we're gonna read it again and see what it says with the demon idol. Good guy. It's way over here, I believe. Oops. I was like pushing the speed up thing and nothing was happening, but derp, of course. Was this room, I believe, was the library? No, next room, okay. Oh, sorry, I normally like to have a little bit better idea what I'm doing, but I'm no idea right now. Is it one of these ones or technical books? One of, I think. Author's name's faded. One of these ones then. Okay. Girls on a statue. Gotta read that again. Slip of paper in the book. Okay. Hold the demon idol with great care. Tree in a forest, a person in the crowds. The idol is on a statue. It doesn't tell me. Shit. I don't know how to reach in there. Because I don't think she will. Like, I want you to reach in there. I know it's pretty deep, but we don't put the idol in there, do we? No. gonna say that wouldn't make sense. Let's try it in here again. Oh, there is a difference between the iron disc and a cross is being carved. Oh, fuck me. Just very, very touchy. Go. Okay, so it's not too different from the scepter. Use it in the same room. Cross carvings fixed in place. Nice. Now we can beat the game. Okay. Probably. I really hope nothing else changes. Spoops! Spoops out of 10, boys. So I believe we need our rope here. Hole goes down pretty far. Yeah. Oh, there's a ladder. What do I use the rope for then? Oh shit, I was pretty sure you used a rope on the hole. My dad. I don't remember what you used the rope for then. Oh shit. Now we come up to the finale of Clock Tower. It's actually like a little bit more, probably like 5-10 minutes. There's a major puzzle that you require a lot of items to solve. That's your first big hint. How do I get past that dog without it murdering me? Well, quite simply put, there. It's a dog. Okay, let's put our black robes on. How do I, hold up. There's a way to put these on. What the fuck? Why did she just randomly, completely panic there? That was weird. Put these on, Jennifer? Jennifer, why are you running, dude? Freaking me out now. Okay. You gotta wear these. Maybe I have to get closer to it. Sounds like a dog. Yeah, you gotta wear them. Okay. Maybe we gotta get a little closer. Okay. Yeah. Use the robes here. No. So we also gotta use the perfume as well. Maybe I have to use the perfume on... Oh, maybe it sounds like a dog. It's right there. Use the perfume and the robes. I know that. That's how you get past the dog. Can I just walk past if I have the items? I don't think so. You're supposed to, like, use it. Here. Throw him some ham first. Want some ham, buddy? I was gonna say, that's not where you use the ham. Okay, there we go. There we go. Just had to be in position. The dog knows the smell very well. Smells like the perfume Mary uses. That's right. So now he's just like, yeah, whatever. Close enough, even though I just saw you go by. I'm a dog, I'm dumb. And we just take it off literally right here. Oh, no. Check this one out. It's this way. We have to explore this place because there's an exit through here to the clock tower. That's how we escape. Are we timed in our escape? Yes. I'm pretty damn sure we are. Okay, that's how we get out of here. That's our elevator. Keep that in mind. Now I have to remind myself what the panic button is. Which is the button that makes you able to fight things off. I think I remember that one. Should be okay. Oh, shit. This is a curious little thing to have there. Little robot dude. It's probably a generator or something, I'd imagine. ... What's all this, eh? A can here. Kerosene. Could be useful. You want to pick some of that up, maybe? Nope. Okay. What's over this way? Oh yeah, let's not go down there. That looks super dangerous. sure we won't have to go down there at some point. Maybe. So we've met Bobby, one of the demon children, one of the ones who bit off our father's right hand before he was murdered by Miss Mary. What of his other brother, the twin? Where could he be? Where might we find this small child? Oh. What, pray tell, is this? Oh god, what is it? Oh, fuck! Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, you better run, Jennifer. Just keep it. No. No, 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 no. You get up and you run. Through the water. Come on. Come on. Smash that button. You can die here, by the way. It's super easy. Come on, Jennifer. Jennifer. Yeah. And even though you're like panicking, you still have to like tell her what to do. Which, of course, no, you can do it. Trust me. Just gotta believe and not fall. Not fall into that thing's mouth. Kick the kerosene at him. Yes! Shit, yeah. So the interesting thing, right, Clock Tower, is it a supernatural thing? Are these actually demons? Perhaps. We don't know. You know, is it just a very sad, cursed family? Maybe it's just actually a genetic freak. You know what I mean? Maybe there's nothing wrong aside from, like, you know, some mutations. Who knows? The later Clock Tower games, however, get crazy. And very much so supernatural and stuff. But this seems like more grounded in reality, you know what I mean? Oh, what do you think that is? Fuck. Bobby. Man, we're dead. What? What? How did I die to Bobby there? What? What am I supposed to do? I was so sure. Hang on. Maybe I have to come back here to the dog. And then... Oh, hang on. Let's keep walking this way. What's over here? Lot. Lot! Is she alive? Oh, I didn't save Lot! Okay. Lot, you're still alive? Jennifer. The switch is in the clock tower. Yeah, it could be inbreeding, yeah. Like, this one's very open. Lot? Don't leave me alone. Okay, I forgot to do that. That's a thing. So, the character that's there, by the way, is completely dependent on who didn't die. Because, yeah, you can easily have Lot killed. You know how we went through in the beginning of the game, through to the left, and then Scissorman jumped through and burst out, of that window, and he killed, I believe it was Laura, whoever it was. Either way, like, that's one possible event. There's several events where people can die. Again, there's the girl that dies when you look in the suit of armor. There's a lot of things, but one of them has to die. and your choices determine which one of them for sure is dead. And if you avoid having the other two die throughout the playthrough, I mean, you're seeing them die, so they don't die, then you have the option of seeing them later, which is nice. Unfortunately, Lot seems like she's bit the dust there. I love this little, like, eye wiggler. Oh, I can interact with it. I should go give it a hug. Okay, you. Get up. Get up! This is important, Jennifer. Now we jump in the water, please. Yeah. I trust you. Nice. We interact with this. I'm gonna go up it. Jennifer. Jennifer. Nice. Looks like she's trying to die. Do you not want to live? Climb! I'm sure that would be really hard to climb. Like sort of a wet, rocky surface. Don't recommend it myself. Beautiful. And now I think we can. I hope so. Hope I didn't forget anything else. I don't want to save though, because we can't go back from this point. So you know. Do we try and save Lot? Is that what you do? Probably what we should do, right? Go here. Lot. She's dead. Oh. I think we head this way. I don't actually know. Oh yeah, the dog. No longer smell the perfume. The dog won't be tricked again. Oh. Man, that's a really fast-acting perfume. Perfumes I know, like, girls put it on in the morning, and then you're just like, please, I have a headache. Like, yeah. It's like all day. Well, hopefully we're okay here. If I missed something else, I'm not sure what. That elevator looked real sketch. Okay, we're good. We made it. Third floor, please. I think third floor sounds good. Let's go all the way to the top of this clock tower. Ding. This is a cute little cutscene. I'm sure it's just like a load screen though, right? Damn it, Bobby. We've talked about this. No more hiding on top of the elevator. Dangerous. Lucky you're so damn short. Climb. Climb, girly. Now, it's gonna be hard, A, for him to climb because of the scissors, and B, because he's got, like, short little stunty legs. But he's gonna try. Yeah, wow. He's, very powerful. Now, this is because we talked a lot. She told us that we can interact with these to start the bells ringing. It's like, doon, doon, doon. He's going all Quasimodo on us. The bells! The bells! That's it. We won. Did it, guys. Let's get up and go. It's all over. My adopted daughter. You. I will kill you! Oh, shit! How dare you? Take scissors and cut his head off? Yeah. Let's, GTFO a little, maybe? Huh, we didn't get the best ending. We got the A ending, but we did not get the best one. Is it because I saw a lot there? Yeah. Huh. There you go. This is the A ending, anyway. And the rain finally stops. Beautiful. So, you can save one of the girls. I think maybe it's because I talked a lot at the end and I wasn't supposed to, but I'm not sure. I can't remember how you save one of the girls. You can also have that ending where instead of like what we had there where we shove her back and electrocute her, so you can have like one of the girls come and save you. And you can also have the birds flunk down and murder Miss Barrows as well, or Miss Mary as well. You can have the birds kill her if you save the bird. Or at least distract her, I think. Yeah. There we go. I'm just gonna skip this real quick and see if there's anything else at the end. I think that's it, though. Just a very nice ending. I can't remember how you save that last person. Although, again, I've never got the demon idol thing, so... But that was that. That was clocked. Oh, yeah, I didn't get to show you my favorite thing. Ah, that's fine. Save for another night, maybe. It's getting a little late. Yeah, Jennifer walks casually after murdering a bitch. True, true. Anyway, take it easy, guys. I will see you all tomorrow, and we'll get some sweet, more spooky games in. You know, we got one of my favos out of the way. One of the more boring ones, as some people would say. A little slow, but whatever. Anyway, see you around.